You don't need a sewing machine to start sewing, and I'm going to prove it to you. Welcome back to Stitch by Stitch, where I teach you how to hand sew. Today, we're going over one of the most important hand stitches, the invisible stitch, also known as the ladder stitch. You can use the invisible stitch to hem, close seams, attach linings, and repair garments or plushies. The star here resembles the starting point of the stitch, where you would do an anchor stitch on the underside of the fabric and pull your needle through to the front. Then we start by inserting the needle from the front at 1 directly across from where needle and thread just came out of, and then coming back out at the same side at 2. Then we're going to go directly across where needle just came out of onto the other side and insert the needle at 3. When you're working with fabric, you're most likely going to be inserting the needle like so to pick up the fabric, which means that you'll be inserting at 3 and coming out at 4 in a singular motion. Once you pull your needle through, you're going to go directly across where we just came out of onto the other side and insert at 5 to come back out at 6. Then you're just going to repeat the same pattern for the rest of the stitch. You can pull the thread taut at any point as you sew, but I waited until the end to show you why it's known as both the invisible stitch and the ladder stitch. Now that we're done, we can compare the invisible stitch to the answer key here. You'll notice that the stitch is invisible from the front. And the diagram of the back shows that it looks like an alternating running stitch pattern on each side of the simulated seam allowance. And now we're ready to put the finished example in the pocket here. Today is the last day to get free shipping for this workbook through the link in my bio. It's also available in the TikTok shop. The next stitch we're going over is the fell stitch, another hemming and finishing stitch. So follow along to learn more.